Hello, hello. This is May 5th, part two. So, this is back to the brief that we wanted to create that was delivered for May 5th. That's something I would like to go over, and also the podcast that's coming up. But also, I would like to do some internal and external source and information about the business. So, this was the ask, for the brief to complete the mandate, the brand objectives, the business objectives. So it's really important to reveal what is the ask. That seems to be easy, but it's an art to create a brief. And when you will know how to create a brief, then it will ease the work. It will be less expensive for the company and everything you want to do. The brief can be used for anything that you're asking to your team, your colleagues, your boss, and even for an advertising campaign. So that's why I wanted to sensitize you on the brief creation. This is really to identify what we are looking for, develop the positioning of the brand, the narrative, creative platform to ensure ITHQ growth and value-driven educational program, and then the narrative and hero visual that will be implemented. So what do? You do a web page, advertising, lead capture qualification, BD initiative, social media, speaking opportunities with your president sometimes, and sponsorship partnership, internal communications. So these are the different mandates that could be attributed to your brand. Then you need to set the objectives of the business and the objectives of the brand. So, for instance, you want to increase attraction of the students of the ITHQ of 20%. You want to increase international students, attract talent, teachers, leaders. And then on the other hand, how do you, because the brand and the quality of their service is mostly connected, you want to develop brand awareness, the authenticity of the bachelor, the reputation of the brand in order to attract the talent to teach the students. So it's really interrelated, both of them. Then you need to give some context, the background of the company. Was it in a good shape and a bad shape? Who are the target audience? What are the key messages? The brand platform you're going to use. Is it going to be a video, a social media, a full marketing campaign? So it really depends. And the background info can be the unique selling point. Like for right now, for instance, ITHQ is still perceived as a college degree, but we want a positioning as a bachelor diploma on its own. So we would target young professionals, teachers, professional from the hospitality industry, young graduates from high school and college. And the key messages would be to promote the authenticity of this unique program, developing the most important and old quality of the world, welcoming guests with, c'est le plus vieux métier du monde, comme on dit, welcoming guests with warm and human and personalized touch. And I think it's going to become more and more rare in the future. What you do is really unique, and it will be highly valued because with people just connecting with their cell phone, they don't talk to each other much anymore. They have difficulties to socialize, and this is a job that is very professional, and it's really important for the next generation of the humanity, I would say. The brand platform could be a marketing mix of PR, e-blast advertorial, digital website, lead gen, as I was telling you. And then you have the creative insights, competitors that you can add, and inspiration. So this is really to detail what you did as brief. What is the brand ideal you would like to get to? What is the brand story, the brand tone of voice, the high achiever, the trailblazer, the professional, the warm and welcoming human touch? It's really something that you need to give a sense to your message and brand. The podcast presentation, as I've been telling you in the other presentation, it's really the dates here are not updated. I'm sorry. So it's really about what I just explained. You need a unique selling proposition. It's really a sales pitch, and you need to be informed by the video of Simon Sinek and Ian Taylor. These are again the evaluation criteria that I'm repeating, just so that you have it. Internal marketing. That's really important to talk about internal marketing because your brand ambassadors are also the employees of the company. And hospitality is not a transactional. It is present when something happens for you. It's absent when something happens to you too. So it's really important that hospitality is differentiating itself from the others. It's really an internal culture, as you know. So internal marketing is one of the top three determinants of the company. Then it's financial performance. Oh, that was really interesting. It's a story that I've read about A Moment of Truth by Richard Norman. A moment of trust, in fact, if it's also an international, coming from the Intercontinental Group. It's the bullfight. You never anticipate the move of the bull and the bullfighter. It can or result in a disaster or fantastic. So it's really he's taking the bull as an example of a customer with an employee, how the employee will react to a complaint from a customer. It can become a disaster or it can be fantastic and a good, great case study. So that's why it's really important to have this anticipation move. You know, you don't know how you're gonna react if the employee is tired, if they don't have the great training. Well, they might not be able to manage this hard, difficult situation. So that was really something that I wanted to point out. And the staff must perform well during the moment of truth when there's a something critical. Managers should always make sure that their employee know their products and that they are good value. They need to have a sense of pride and belongings because then they can do the extra mile. They need also to have some kind of um, freedom and some kind of latitude so that they can use their creativity and improvise in certain situation. It is the employee delivery of a message that brings the customers back. For instance, a steakhouse is a steakhouse, right? But it depends. Some people will go in a certain steakhouse because of the service and because of the quality of the staff. Sometimes more than just the food that is served there. It's really the atmosphere, the ambience, the feel good, and sometimes that's what people are looking for more than just the steak itself, as you know. So, establishment of service and culture, department of marketing approach, human resource management, and dissemination of marketing information to employees. These are the three pillars I would say of a good company um, managing their staff. So, you need to establish a service culture. A service culture is a culture that supports customer service through policies, procedures, reward system, and actions. Um, and an organizational structure is the pattern of shared values and beliefs that gives the members of an organization meanings, providing rules for behaviors in the organization. So you need some kind of structure, but you need people able to navigate between the structure. If the structures are too strict, then it's going to be difficult to, again, use this creativity I was telling you about. So the employee must have some degree of discretion over the creation and delivery of experience. A strong culture gives a sense of purpose, and then they know what makes them feel good about the company. And also, they know what is the direction and the goal of the company. That is really important for them to understand the common goal. And they understand that the company is trying to achieve and how they are contributing to achieve this goal. So sometimes you need to go back to the history of the company, the mission, the values, because most of the employees now choose their job according to their values. It needs to be connected, as you know, and then they can achieve and thrive. And this is how the culture is formed. Oh, this is a model, a business model that I've been studying. That sometimes the hierarchy is not always the best type of structure, but it's the peach structure. And I'm going to share what I mean by peach. So the peach is really the sweeter you get as you get closer to the client. So the client is in the middle, and externally of the peach, it's the business leaders, and in the middle, where is the sweet juice of the peach, is the direct customer service. So this is how the structure should be organically made. Even though there's always a hierarchy, you need to feel that the boss are external. They are there to help. If the staff need to support, they are there to support. But the first connection between client and direct customer service is implicated, and they don't feel like their management manager is there to give them orders, but they are there to back them up, behind them, supporting their decision, supporting their action. And this is why the peach is quite a nice structure for management. Development of a marketing approach to human resource management, creating a job that attract good people. So how do we define that? Sometimes it's flexible working hours, it's benefits, location, transportation, it's growth opportunity. Sometimes it's daycare for kids, health and benefits insurance program, financial benefits, pension funds, bonus. So this is all a multitude of activities, because some employees will be attracted for one or another reason. Also, when you welcome someone new in the team, this is so important to welcome the new coworkers, support the importance of the initial training. The new employee will be a team player, ownership of the problem. So how do you do that? Well, you need really to make them feel they're important, and they're the the dream team, and that they were really we were waiting for them to come. An happy employee can transmit negative feelings to the guest too, as you know. And face to face and voice to voice frontline, you need support of others, because it's not always easy at any service. It can be in a hospital, in a hotel, or any frontline. It's never easy. I've been frontline of complaint department, and it was really hard, and I needed to feel that my boss was behind me, trusting me, giving me the self-confidence, so that this way I could fulfill my task. If you don't feel that your boss is behind you, it's very difficult to fulfill your task. Also, it needs to be fun, and it can be an antidote to turnover problem. If it's not fun, well, people will come and go, and it's really transactional. They will work for you, but not long. They might find another job somewhere else because they have fun somewhere else. It's really important to have fun at work. The initial training is a day one delegate. You delegate an employee to welcome the new person, and you make sure that you arrive on time and greet them, the new employee. And for instance, you can say, "Welcome, Robert," and you do a basic tour with that person, so they feel important. You mentor for training, structure, explanation, timesheets, every type of process, internal process that they need to understand, organizational values. Really important to do so. Management of part-time, customer and employee expect the same level of integration, even if it's temporary. You need to give them the same attention, and employees must have the same importance consideration. You need to manage the emotional employee as well. Emotional behavior must be managed on a daily basis. You encourage them to take breaks on time, implement rewards, recognition, and non discrimination or gender gaps. You are only as successful as your staff. And that's, I'm telling you, they can get the moon for you if they are happy and they feel that you care. And it's really an example of the Atlanta airport. They had this cards where they say that they care with a heart. They step up with the two stairs, and they look in the eyes to the customers and smile. That was the only request that all managers asked to all the staff or of Atlanta airport, which is the biggest airport in the world, as you know. And it worked. It was easy to understand. Everyone from people on the ground to high level, they all had these motto: care, step up, look in the eye, and smile. And this is really important. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this course, and I will talk to you next week. Thank you.